Welcome back to the program. It's still Daybreak Africa, coming to you from the Lagos studios of KAFTAN Television. And I welcome you to the interview segment. Now, we're all aware that ahead of May 29th, the Democracy Day and the Inauguration Day, there are lots of discussions that have been going around. Obviously, perhaps what to expect from the coming administration, maybe in aspects of economy or politics or maybe insecurity. So today we'll be discussing with an entrepreneur, Mr. Ademola Oyetunji. He's a KAFTAN person, and we'll be evaluating what to expect ahead of the coming administration. Thank you for joining us, sir.
Thank you for having me again.
Nice to have you.
Like you said, I'm at home.
Yes. Anytime you join us, I always feel like...
Yeah, soon I want to see how you can give me the certificate of being a member of KAFTAN and Paraventure honorary journalist.
Okay.
So that's the case maybe.
Okay. No problem.
We'll take it to our guy.
Yes.
Yes. Now, the discussion is the way forward after the general elections and possible things to expect. A lot of things happened during the... Let me even put it to you first. How was the election from your side?
Well, this is now the time of governance, but of course, there's no way we could talk about the present or future without even looking back.
Looking at the past, yes, obviously.
Election is now a thing of past in Nigeria, and we thank God, irrespective of how the election, went. We thank God because a lot of anticipation, a lot of that it's going to be like this, like that. So we thank God. Then, even the election, I'm privileged to be one of the your guests during and after the election, and which of course we analyze it the way it is without bias. Some people will say the election is not election but selection. To some extent, I will agree.
Okay.
It's on quota, and our institutions need to be strengthened. The institutions like police, like the Independent Electoral Commission. And I'm looking forward to see a just judiciary in the to adjudicate well regarding the tribunal, because a lot of people have been filing cases and all of that. We are not of course, Mr. President have said that if you are not satisfied with the outcome, with the pronouncement of the INEC, go to the court. But I want to see judiciary that is not biased, judiciary that is just and fair, and with I think the slogan of the judiciary is equity and fairness.
Yes.
So let that play out in Nigeria, because over time we have not been seeing that. But I think this time they are going to do something different.
So what gives you that
confidence?
That confidence?
The thing is, everybody we are anticipating is an anticipation, and we're expecting that they will rewrite the narrative, and their ministry is actually a arm of the government. We have the legislature, we have judiciary, we have the executive.
Yes.
They should play their role well. They should not be the judiciary of the executive. They should be the judiciary of Nigerian public, which is the office. The office of the citizen is higher than any office. Every of the government official, be you legislature, be you executive, is just 4 years. If you get the re-election, whether by selection or by election, you get another 4 years. But office of the citizen is everlasting.
Now, I want to take us back a little, though we are now past the election and all of that, but I want to take us back. You talked about people saying that the process was not election but selection, and yes, we've had people who are still protesting. We've had people who are still going to the courts and all of that. So many things have popped up after the election. Now, would you say that the INEC really discharged its constitutional duties? Would you say that they really had?
You want me to actually go there, and I will go there.
Yes.
During my analysis during the election, I score INEC. I think on Daybreak, yes, I score INEC. If the mark is 10, I score INEC 3, and I'm still repeating it because INEC disappointed Nigerians, including my good self. INEC have 4 good years to prepare for this last election. And INEC promised to deliver, but they did not deliver. And from INEC, I want to as well mention our security, agencies. They as well failed in their responsibility to be fair and just. We have some people threatening, electorate. Yes, we have that played out, and up to now, those guys are still working around. So the INEC and the security agencies, they don't play their part as they ought to. For me, INEC is a no. They don't do they don't deliver the promise. I remember before the election, INEC comes out every now and then, engage the stakeholder and say this is going to be the electoral guideline, this is the procedure and all of this. And all of these things, they didn't comply with. So for me, and that's why you see when people are saying that the election results was not uploaded on the IRF, the result was delayed, was altered, and still INEC went ahead and declared people winner. This wasn't what INEC promised with all billions of naira they got from us, because it's our money. And they don't deliver on the promise. And I expect the person of all of those rec where we have a lot of issues, like the Lagos rec. Remember, the Lagos rec was the same rec that conducted the inconclusive election in Osun State. And the same rec, as it did the same thing, because election wasn't took place in some quarters, and some people were threatening, some people were disenfranchised, and the rec still go ahead and announce the person that it chose to announce, because that's actually the view of we the public. I'm not talking as a politician, but as a Nigerian.
Let's move off the pre-election. The focus for today is the post-election.
Yeah.
Now, very soon.
And you draw me back.
I took it back.
But
Yes.
you took us back. Now, very soon, the president and other members of the cabinet will start declaring their assets. Over time, we've always heard of declaring assets. This person declared an asset. This person declared an asset. What is your opinion about that? What do you have to say about all that? Because some people believe that they are just declaring assets.
You see, it still falls back to where I said. And see, when we have institution that is working, if people under-declared, they will get it. If people do not declare at all, but institution will get, because for now we don't have institution that handle all of these things. I would say we have ICPC, we have EFCC, we have there is one institution I will remember, starting with responsibility of proving people that doesn't declare their assets. Where I will remember the one headed by one Dan Lamy. Maybe yes. I think there is a tribunal, and all of that. So if all of these people, we have seen cases with facts that people challenge some public officials that these people have this and it was not declared. And what becomes of it since 1999? Nothing. And at the end of their office, and this immunity rubbish there that they just inserted in our constitution, that is giving some executive and some officer that live to just steal our money and still be enjoying the public. So we don't have institution yet in Nigeria. I believe maybe the institution will wake up now in this coming regime to do their work the way they're supposed to. The police should police well. The judiciary should adjudicate the law. Well, yes, so these are institutions that if they are, I watch when a UK Prime Minister was grilled. Hey, you see, these people, the office of all these institutions are bigger than even the executives, but they don't know the power they have, and they subjected themselves to executives and some legislators. Of course, maybe they are giving, and that's why you could see that you see a policeman that is oddly to a political officer and still carrying bags and serving the person in party. That is a slap on Nigeria. So we need to change the narrative, and if that will be changed, it's going to be the head of the institutions that will say, no, we don't want this any longer. and because we want to do our duty, we want to do our job right. So not me, but we are, you as a journalist, you have to do your part, which you are doing. And of course, we have not breached any code here now. So I think the NBC as well should wake up and not just, because when we are talking the fact, when we are advocating for right thing, and when we are complaining the right thing, Nigeria orientation agencies now, a lot of things that they're supposed to do before election and after election that they do not do, when they're asking them to do it, NBC should not be filing the media houses. So please, they should do their job.
Yes,
they are not NBC of federal government. They are NBC of Nigeria.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ademola. Now,
yes.
Still in the discussion of the way forward. I was in a discussion with a group of friends, and we started a discussion around what to expect from the coming administration, perhaps in the aspect of politics or economy or security. So I want to put it to you, I want to hear your side of
economy,
the discussion.
I would say
let's
politics,
just pick it one after the other.
Politics, economy, security. You see, without you, we have finished election. Yes. And we are still going to be talking politics, because everything is politics. Because if you want to get it right, and right people are not in charge of your politics, as in political office holders now, there's no way the economy will go fine.
Yeah, they're all over that.
There's no way you have going to have a secure environment. Of course, even if you don't have secure environment, forget about economy. That's why you could see that some states, you cannot even say you want to sell pepper. It's taken over by some set of untouched people, and that is politics. Now, we are talking politics. We need to balance it. If our political office holder will be just and deliver on their mandate, the issue of politics of insecurity in Nigeria is politicized, and that's why you see some set of people will come on here and say that the bandits and the Boko Haram, they are our army in the bush, and it's not touched. The man is still living free today. If I mention the name, you know what I'm talking about. So that is politics, and that is insecurity that we are talking about. We are playing politics with all of these things, and some set of people are agitating that we want our nation, we want our nation. Somebody is in prison now. Nnamdi Kanu is in prison. I have to be precise when I'm on this. Nnamdi Kanu is in prison now. Even when the court of the land freed him, that even should be, transported back to where he was arrested, and he's still there. So, and we have another man, Sunday Igboho, still in exile, because he's saying that these people are manhandled because of, this is politics, and this is insecurity and security aspect of life. And if politics and insecurity and security is not being balanced, it's not well dealt with, we are not talking about economy. Why can you talk about economy when you don't have secure environment? So, but if we want to deliver on the mandate, we should not play politics with security, and that has been the game all over the years. Yeah, you will agree with me. Now, I mentioned that somebody is the person I'm talking about is Gumi, is on public domain. How would somebody come on here and say that bandits and Boko Haram are our soldiers in the bush, and he's not touched? He's living free, he's working free. So that's the reason I mentioned that if you have an institution in Nigeria that works, that person will have been and it's easier for our judiciary and the security agent of Nigeria, that's supposed to be agent of Nigeria, not some set of politicians, declaring agitators from Southeast as IPOB, as terrorists, where it's difficult for them to declare Boko Haram as terrorist organization and bandit as terrorists. This is politics and security. Because of the question you asked me, that's the reason why I'm analyzing it the way it is. So, and you cannot do business well in area that is not secure. I have that experience in Okeogun, where of course Sunday Igboho intervened. We have 500 hectares of farmland to be cultivated, Ayete to be precise. And because of the activities of these people called Boko Haram, we could not enter the farm. We have the money to plant. We have, 500 hectares is not a small, the number of farmers that their life will be touched in that respect. We could not do it. So we should not be playing politics with everything in Nigeria. If we want our economy to go fine, we need to deal with all of these things, head on.
Now, let's talk about age-related issue now. Come May 29, the president-elect will be inaugurated, and there have been backlash issues about, say, his age, and also during the campaign and election period, we had youths who came out to vie for political positions. Now, do you think that age can be a barrier to how effective?
You see, age, I'm going to say this way. Age is not a barrier, and it's a barrier. How it's not a barrier is if you are age but you are capable, and if you are not age and you are incapacitated and you are not capable, forget it. Politics or governance is not meant for you. But here in Nigeria, we have age people who are being, they have disappointed Nigeria. The founding father of Nigeria are not as aged as the current political office holder and the co-professional politicians. As you speak, the likes of Azikiwe, Awolowo, or the rest of the founding father who fought for the independence, Oga, they go. We can manage our affair. We are ripe. We are matured enough. Look at it. They are in their 30, 20 something, 30s of their age, and they govern well. I tell people that those people in the 60s now, we the young ones, we should be asking them question that how do you turn this country to be like this? This is not the country that you enjoy when this country started about 60 something years ago. So if it's now like this, now the same set of people that benefited from the good of these visionary leaders, they were their youthful age, and they deliver. This country, then you don't need to have visa before you go to London, and everybody is now Japan. We have their foreign students attending our University of Ibadan and OAU Ile-Ife as foreign students. How many foreign students do we have now? When we have strike for 8 months and the rest of it. Now we have these people that benefited from free education of Baba Olowo, and now they cannot even do not even free education, even affordable school, and without interruptions. Now this is our simple people that is doing all of these things to us now, and that's the reason why youth are saying that, oh, Oga, you are tired, go and sleep. Now we also have youths in the system as we speak. I mentioned in one of our interviews here, we have the youngest parliamentarian who was even single in 1999. That was, I'll talk because this is national program. Dimeji Bankole was a youth, but what is the deliverable? The outgoing governor now in Kogi State is a youth. Go and see Kogi. What is the development in Kogi? What is the achievement? So it's not actually by hate per se. And we have some, in Ibadan, you see the age of the current or the past governor Ajimobi and the current one now from different parties. See what is happening in Ibadan. Go to Ogun State. They are more of age, but they deliver. So it's not actually by hate for me, but about you keeping to your promise and deliver. See, I tell people political officers that don't need to steal before they make their money. They are statutory, benefits that they don't need to steal. So when they do something, we will say it. If they don't do it, we'll cry out, we say it. It's our money.
Thank you so much.
You're talking about delivery, and you said it's not about age. So what is it really about? Because
capacity
up till now, could you buttress on that? Because
fantastic. I've mentioned it. Capacity is beyond age. Joe Biden is 70 something.
Yes, above.
He's above 70.
And even the president of Italy is 80.
Yes.
81 or 85.
And they are delivering on their promises. And we have Macron. Macron assumed office at the age of 38. I'm far older than him. Yes. So, and here in Nigeria, even at 40, you cannot be a councillor because of electionary costs and a lot of issues that all these people have created. We have seen something like in the last election where you that say no, we are not going in a direction. I could see that. I've been expecting that and I've been working towards that, And that's the reason why I tell you, if you want to vie for position, don't wait for the time of primary and now say you are, start from now. Yeah, start from now. I've seen in the US a young guy of 18 years after secondary school, because he campaigned and he told, I will do this, I can do this, they voted for him. He's a councillor over there now, representing his people. But in Nigeria, even your mates, they will tell you, that is Nigeria mentality. That is what this cabal who have hijacked, the political, and making it look as if you cannot do. But for people like us, we can do.
So our time is very fast spent, Mr. Ademola. But in one sentence or in a list of 3 words, I would like you to just tell us the way forward.
The way forward for us, the swearing is coming up in May, and we have International Youth Day and Democracy Day, I say Children Day, is that this coming administration to see this governance as not the game of the usual. It should govern well. Our institutions, all the government parastatal, they should not be staff of the executives. They should see themselves that they are bigger than any executive or any person that is coming in to occupy the office, and they should deliver, to their mandate of their offices. I mean, I'm talking about the police, the army, all the security architectures of Nigeria. They should deliver on the mandate of their office. And for us, the citizens, we continue to ask questions. I tell you, down to your local government councillor, ask questions. There is freedom. Thank God for the previous administration that passed freedom of information bill to an act. So you can ask questions. You can go and ask right and get the application to your local government. Start from there. Hold them responsible, please. In your constituency, in Lagos State and anywhere that you belong, ask your House of Assembly member questions. We have constituency projects that, of course, they are just taking the money and they are spending the money. Let's ask questions and let's hold them accountable.
Thank you very much, sir.
For better Nigeria that everybody will be proud of.
I would hold that as the party's job. We should keep asking questions.
Yeah, hold them responsible.
One thing I've always emphasized on this program, so the fact that we need to start asking strategic questions, from our political office holders. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you,
man. Really enjoyed this session.
Appreciate you.
Now we'll go on a short break now to come back with the rest of the program. Please stick around.